Carl hasn't got as big a break as some of the players, but on this quick table, it's not all about the power. A lot of balls threatening pockets. One does eventually find the right centre. He knows he's going to have to try and get a decent number of first visit opportunities, because Tom isn't a guy that misses very much when he's in amongst the balls. He did a bit in his first round match, but you assume that's not going to continue.
Cole likes these type of games. He likes to be the underdog. You know, he can go out, he can chill out. He's, you know, his second favourite in this match. Short race. He played some pretty good stuff, and yeah, he's going to need maybe a little bit of, I don't know, I'm not going to say luck, but a rub of the green here and there if he's going to try and defeat somebody like Tom Cousins. But he's won a world title before, you know, and he's been there, done it all.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right there, that he relishes this role, this pantomime villain at times out on the table, and the being the underdog.
You going back down that pantomime route, Mark?
Well, we are approaching Christmas, it seems only right. So, to play a containing shot.
Yeah, not just about the potting. Oh, Morris, a very clever player.
Yeah, he's a player that mixes it up. We were talking about him mixing up the pace of play earlier, but also mixes up attack and defence. He's winning the battle of the trousers so far. He's turned up with a fairly unique outfit, it's fair to say.
The shoes aren't bad either, Mark.
He's really enjoyed playing the part, turned that up in chains for his first match. We did ask him if he's going to be doing that again, but I think he's saying he can't get into that outfit before every match, so just the suit for this one. Well, it took a while to set that up, but worth waiting for.
Cole Morris special. There he is, Houdini. Wrapped in his chains. Well, he's certainly out of those. And Carl has a very vivid imagination of some of the shots he will play, cannons and bumps into all sorts, with a lot of risk involved. But when they come off, they're pretty entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, immediately obvious what he was thinking of there, but with a good shot. He's going to have to come up with another one, though.
Well, he won't be best pleased with that. Hand in the air, the shake of the head. He's handed the table over to Tom Cousins. Now, does he pop this over the red and play the skilled shot into the yellow? Potting both balls in the same shot. Opening up the frame for himself. And there you see he has. Not landed entirely brilliant, though.
No, that was a good shot, though, and he's in a great place. If you can't continue the attack, he's in a great place to play a safety shot. Needs to hit a cushion, which he has.
Yeah, judged the pace very well there, Tom Cousins. Morris now, of course, needing to escape. Just like his Houdini character. Hit a yellow and also hit a cushion after contact, Mark.
Yeah, he's going to need all his skills here. It's not necessarily hard to hit, but reasonably hard to get it safe.
Well, Tom just wants him to bunt that red out of the way of the black from. So it's going to be the flailing arm.
Well, it was almost a great escape. Almost made the ball at the bottom of the table. Let's have another look at this. Got plenty of pace on this. Got the yellow travelling.
Well, the great escapologist didn't come up trumps that time, and it's Cousins now. What looks like a pretty straightforward finish on reds.
Yeah, and this is where it's going to be tricky for Carl, because Tom is likely to get a lot off his own break. Quite like that in his first match, but as soon as he gets going, it's very costly to lose the ones where you're the guy breaking. And Tom was saying he was a bit nervous before the first match. I mean, he's won a lot, but this is still a big arena and clearly a big occasion. Well, I sometimes think that's a good thing. I mean, actually, sometimes people are better playing with a little bit of nerves.
Keeps you alert.
Yeah, and if you can't get up for a match in this arena, you've got no hope. Fantastic crowd. So first look at the match at the massive Cousins break. Well, not as massive as usual, took a bit off that one.
Still made the red ball into the centre.
Very controlled by his standards, but decent result still.
He didn't quite get into them like he'd have wanted there, did he?
The result, maybe a slightly more congested table than usual. One of these clearances, you're going to have to earn your money if you're going to take it.
So obviously electing the reds, they are slightly easier than the yellows. Still some work to do. Double now into the centre, leave himself on that red ball that's on the side rail there that he's next to. And that red at the top of the table now looks like his only problem, and he'll be able to get on to that. From one of the reds at the bottom.
Made that double look easy. The key thing was holding position as well.
He'd like to just squeak past there without hitting that yellow, and he's just canned into it. Now it's made it a little bit more tricky. I think he's going to have to go up to the top now, really.
Yeah, these don't look great from where he is.
Well, this is a tough shot.
Yeah, these tables play fairly generously down the rail, but he's still got it well.
Oh yeah,
played the double.
Yeah. Well, one tough shot is going to be followed by another.
Yeah, 2 doubles already. Still got a positional shot to play here.
Well, my word.
For Tom Cousins, that was a tricky shot, but still one you expected him to miss. I don't know if he necessarily had a full pocket for it, but still there was plenty to aim at.
He was trying to get the cue ball down to have the red into the bottom right corner, and he fell short of that as well, really. I mean, yes, he had a cut, but Morris just electing to play the easy safety.
It'll be too hard to hit the one over the pocket, but it's just whether he can.
I don't think he'll try and hit that one. I think it's going to come down the table, surely.
Yeah, there'd only be any merit in the one over the pocket if he could get position, so he could try and play up and down big pocket. Well, almost a big pocket off the 8 ball on the way back.
The thing is, though, Mark, that yellow's still not very easy for Carl to get on at the top of the table there. That's near that red over the back. Carl having a little smirk there. He knows it would have been a fairly big fluke if he managed to get that and knock everything out in the open.
Yeah, as you say, not completely plain sailing from here on yellows. Not as easy to play a safety shot from here.
He's calling this extension there, Carl Morris. This is yellow, it's actually even going to the middle.
Yeah, that's the worst place on a pool table, isn't it? When you've got a ball right in the jaw of the middle pocket.
He's playing safe. He's trying to screw the cue ball back behind the yellow at the bottom of the table. That's a great shot if he's got the snooker there. I'm not sure, they might be a bit stuck out here.
Yeah, that was a tough shot. I mean, he was just going for sort of the plant of the shot to nothing, but there wasn't a big area to get the cue ball into. Very canny player. It's 25 years since that world title. He's got all the experience in the world.
He bent round and flicked it. Where's the cue ball going? Ooh, close.
Yeah, actually a pretty big difference if that goes in or not, because ball in hand would be useful to Carl.
It would be. But Carl can't keep snookering. He's going to have to go again. Probably now.
This has been the polar opposite of his first match. In that first match they were flying through the frames. This time 10 minutes down already and only one completed. Haven't yet seen a 6-red shootout. This is a game that could easily get there given the pace of play. It's going to require Carl to level the scores up first. Let's see if there's a long way to go anyway in the match.
Well, he's going for the chop into this corner now. Cut this yellow back into that top right-hand corner now. And take the cue ball, steer it into the yellow that's on that rail near the red. He didn't make contact with it. Okay, he's on another yellow. He's going to get another opportunity. But he's running out of balls.
Yeah, it's not the kind of ball you want to leave till last, ideally, but not any option off this one.
Going to try and get to it here. This one is potting into the top right-hand corner. He's going to have to steer the cue ball back out to the left-hand side rail. He's going to try and play black into the yellow, but then this is a bit maybe kamikaze, I don't know. It looks like a Houdini special. Wow, he's gone into the red.
Well,
I didn't think he had that angle to get there.
no, that's almost works. He's got quite a low angle there on the ball to the right, so it's not like he can just roll it in. If he was straighter on it,
He might have to cut this yellow in and come all the way down the table and all the way back up again.
yeah, just wants to concentrate on catching it thin, getting the white travelling.
No, caught it too thick.
Yeah, it's not the pace with those shots, you've got to catch them thin.
Well, what did you say just a second ago, Mark? You didn't want to be leaving that yellow till last. Well, he has.
Yeah, and if he doesn't find a way of potting it, you feel he may be in trouble.
It's gone for the length of the table double. It's not gone in. And this looks like meat and drink for Tom Cousins.
Just felt like he was chasing that clearance a bit. Was up with him in the end.
I think he was forced to go because Tom's obviously going to keep hitting his reds and they're getting nearer the bag, and in the end, you know, Tom's going to pot one of them and then it's going to be good night Vienna. But this really is pretty much frame ball, dispatched with great ease.
Yeah, such a good long potter. Just plays those shots like they're over the pocket. Not sure there was ever going to have been a runaway favourite coming into this tournament because of the format, but Tom Cousins was the #1 ranked player last season, and he was the guy with more silverware than anywhere else. So, second look at the Morris break. Well, I'd be happy with that outcome. The cue ball was tracking towards the corner, in the end got overtaken by one of the object balls. White got out the way, the yellow found the pocket.
Saw Stevie Dempsey earlier have a similar break to that when both balls were chasing the cue ball up, and the amount of time he went in off his, and Stevie never really got his hand on the table in that match against Sean Story. Missed the ball when he was very cold. He came to the table 3-0 down. Not had an opportunity, and it can become very awkward and tough in a short race. You can just never, you know. Okay, so you've got plenty of time. You haven't. You just haven't. Not with these players.
No, a race to 5 is short by anyone's standard. This level, must be the difference between 1 or 2 shots.
Clever cannon there by Carl Morris. He's going to maybe need another one. Look at it here again. He skims off his red, sends the cue ball into yellow red. He knows it's a straight plant. Lovely shot. Opens everything up. And since then he's potted another one.
Yeah, he needs to get going in this match. He hasn't won a frame yet. This is a great chance to win your first frame. You can ask for them much nicer than this. I think the crowd would like to see a bit more from Carl. He's definitely been one of the stars of the day.
And you see where he's putting his tip there. That's where he wants the cube. We should top this through off the cube, off the bottom rail over to the right hand cushion. Leave himself a little cut with the red at the top, with an angle just to drop down onto that other red over the middle, which would be his last one there. You see this? little bit aside. That's pretty good. Doesn't have to do anything with the cue ball here. Naturally, it will just slide past that yellow and through that little gap. We should see Houdini's first frame of this semi-final on the board.
You just know he wants to play more in this tournament. He's clearly loving it out there. Talking to him after his first match, he was saying how much more he enjoyed this kind of format than a conventional tournament. He's past the point in his career and his life where he's that concerned about out-and-out tournament wins. It's sort of a bit more about the experience now. Loves to entertain.
Yeah, we had a couple of other pros out in the arena as well this afternoon. James Croxton and Liam White were both there. Danger Mouse and the Joker out there playing with the general public and having a laugh and doing some six red shootouts and some speed clearances. They were doing all sorts out there today, weren't they?
Yeah, well, I went over to watch for a bit. Liam was playing with a golf club. How seriously he was taking the game. No, nice to see. I mean, this is what people have come for, to get to meet some of the players.
Lovely little shot there from Carl, just to ping those balls apart. He's given himself another opportunity. This could level the match. And all of a sudden, Houdini is back.
I'm not sure the players would, but I think the crowd would like to see a six-red shootout. They saw a few from Sean Story, who was demonstrating some of them this afternoon, but they haven't seen one yet in tournament play.
What about the irony of that in the final, because Sean Story is in the final and a 6 red shootout to win the tournament. What about that?
Well, we know the kind of times he can do. He set us 3 times this afternoon, ranging from 22 to 35 seconds. Gave the crowd the challenge of beating the 35 seconds, which one gentleman did.
Won himself a nice prize.
I mean, 35 is the kind of time you fancy beating, but obviously the pressure of being out, well, that's hit a long way down the cushion. To apologise for that. Thought for a moment that wasn't going in. Still seeing the funny side of it, though. I mean, he's somebody that even in a regular tournament gets pretty engaged with the crowd, never mind in this format. And it is an illustration for the other pros that there's more to being a professional pool player than the pure tournament play, because Carl Morris has managed to make a career out of this and gets invited to exhibitions that some higher ranked players wouldn't necessarily get the invite to, just because of this interaction with the crowd. Well, it's taken these nicely, just a simple positional shot.
Yeah, nice little bit of side on the cue ball there by Morris to make this as simple as you like. And this for 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2, which has taken 18 minutes to complete. So we're about to get into the 15-second shot clock. We know we're going to be treated to some quick stuff by the players. So can he find the ball off his own break and potentially open up a lead?
There's a good split that time from Morris. Got the meatier part of the pack. Made a ball, and it looks, the Reds looking pretty open here. Have another look at Houdini's break-off.
Unlucky the white getting cannoned around the table, but then set against that, a red's drifted down to this end, so at least he's got at least one opener. As you say, the rest of the reds actually situated pretty well.
Well, from red to red, I mean, he's just shown us there where he's going to try to dribble this one along this bottom rail. And he's going to take yellows after all that. Wow.
I think it was the second shot on red, so he obviously had an easy opener. It was that he was going to have to play it quite an acute angle into the middle pocket from close to the cushion. That was obviously the thing he didn't like.
It's just the way he got down to queue up for where he was going to be for his next red, and then just went immediately around the table and then played a yellow.
Yeah, well, I think he considered the option, decided he didn't like it.
Yeah.
Bit to be done with yellows. I think perfectly makeable still.
Now, does he play to get on this as a plant?
Yeah, it depends on the angle here. If he's got an angle to bump it, which he has, that's kind of guarantees the shot.
Played with a lot of side there. Good shot there from Morris. I just want to pop this into this corner pocket here.
Well, you have to say, he's rolling back the years. I don't think anybody doubted that he was going to be good value for the entertainment, but it's been a good value for the pool as well.
I just wondered if he could have played that large yellow, just left himself to the left of the yellow that he's going to play next. Pot it in that bottom right-hand corner and just roll the cubal up for these two yellows. This, I think, well, you know, yes, you expect him to get it, but he's got a funny angle here. I think the key is, you see there, the cubal's going to go back towards this red. He's going to have to play it with side to try and straighten the cubal up. Well, it's come back to the plant into the middle.
Yeah.
Didn't see that.
No, I didn't see that. He had left a funny angle that he decided the more positive shot was perhaps safer, but you have to control the second ball in playing this plant. Oh, he's played that really well.
Well, he's looking at the angle now. He's going to have to play this black into the centre. I'll tell you what.
Really creeps up on you, doesn't it? The 15-second shot clock.
This is the cut. This is the cut back. This is tough.
Oh, the 8-ball eludes him. He'd done all the hard work there. Just couldn't get prime position on that. Had to leave a difficult cut back.
Not a happy camper.
No, and what a big frame this could be, because Tom now left the world.
I like the way Tom's strolling. It's 15 seconds just strolling around. He's just realised, oh, hang on, I better move a bit faster.
Yeah, somehow, even at 15 seconds, he always looks pretty relaxed still. Never looks like he's hurrying. Well,
He'd want to come back a little bit further there. I'll tell you what, you might even see him play the double. Feeling brave? Now he's going to play the little cut and come around the two cushions.
played it well.
Yep, Cousins will be happy with that.
And even though it's not necessarily a big moment in terms of the scoreline, it was always going to be 3-2 one way or another. It's going to be Tom's break next, so it feels like this was quite a big frame. Good moment to go ahead as well, just ticking past the 8-minute part. Took a bit of pace off his last break. Let's see what he does here. A lot more pace. Goes back to the power shot.
Now that's one of those big breaks he was doing earlier. 3 reds. Watch this, boom. See the cue bending on the cloth. He struck the pack.
Yeah, he's always had one of the best breaks in the game. A lot of people would love to be able to emulate that.
Jimmy Croxton there, look. Liam White, Danger Mouse and the Joker. Been entertaining the crowd this afternoon. Well, well, well.
And that's the first we've heard, really, of the match of the crowd getting involved. They've celebrated the good shots, but now cheering as Carl comes to the table. And let go an opportunity in the last frame. He's got his chance to make amends for that. It's got to be quick. He's got 10 seconds. He has to get down for this. Both players have used their extensions. He was coming around to see if that ball pots clean to the bottom left or whether he's going to have to cannon into it.
I think he fancies it because he wouldn't have played for it to be on this ball. But then he's jacked the cue up. It looks like he's going to hit it hard. Well,
obviously didn't go, so he had to try and play the cannon.
But then he overran his shot, the previous shot, then by some way to get to there. So one of them that's down to the clock. It's Top Cat. Left himself a spare second.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who you are. These pips start catching you out when they go off behind you. We're going to see that 5-second countdown quite a lot.
This is big now for Cousins. Get the 2-frame cushion and start manipulating a bit of the clock. Start using the extension at the start of the next frame if you can. And
lovely shot there. Just went a delicate cannon onto that yellow, just to free it up and hold position.
played that nicely.
So just coming around to look at the position of the 8 ball.
There's a little wriggle that yellow before it departed into the corner pocket. He's going to cut this into the centre, bring the cue ball down onto the bottom rail, side rail, and probably leave himself in the middle of the table. He cuts in the middle.
And as he sees his opponent pot this 8 ball, Carl Morris is going to know that he has had chances in the last 2 frames. Worst ways he wanted to be 3-all.
Houdini comes to the table. Frame number 7 of a possible 9. And he needs all 3 remaining frames, Carl Morris, or to at least get 2 and take it to a 6-red shootout.
Yeah, I think that's an outcome the crowd would be perfectly accepting of. Well, he's done the first part of that pretty well.
Extension called.
So right at the beginning of the frame, you've got that one extension, but once you use it, suddenly the 15 seconds come pretty quick.
But to be fair, he does need to start getting a move on anyway, because we're in the last 4 minutes and he needs 2 frames.
Red ball's in.
A bit like the last frame, there was a moment it looked like he was lining up a yellow there. Came round and took the reds. So he's got to get position on the one that's nearest his hand now. That's the one that's going to be awkward to get on.
Now what he'll do for that one, well, he's got 2 choices. He can either get on it now, or he goes up to the top of the table, plays red at the top and pops it in the middle. He's going the latter route. In fact, he can actually just play this now where he's landed with that angle. He could play this with top and right hand side, go off the side rail behind the yellow and red and just try and land there, just away from that cushion.
Yeah, he's actually landed with a nice angle here. He's got a choice of either of those options.
To move it. Played it well, brave shot, because that could have gone wrong.
Yeah, he didn't need to do that, but it looks good that he has, and he'll be happy with the outcome. We'll run the white through. Well, it's not giving up.
No, he's still got plenty of time to get the next frame on the board. Could we possibly see our first 6-red shootout of this tournament?
Well, if Carl wins the next frame and doesn't do it too quickly, we absolutely could, because there's less than 3 minutes on the clock now.
Carl will want this to be dry. He's not going to get his wish.
Wow, that's about as far from dry as it could be. Ball's raining into the pockets.
See, no panic now for Tom, because he doesn't mind a scrappy frame here. If he can drag it out, it's 4-3 up. He'll use his extension, I'm sure.
Yellow ball's in.
No, he's not used it yet. I'd have used it just to get rid of the seconds. Now, I mean...
Yeah, still.
He's going to do it now,
still
surely.
the option. I mean, I guess he can wait till he's on a difficult... I mean, this one he's never missing. I guess he can wait till he's got a missable shot, potentially.
Yeah, very true.
He's really accustomed to missing, regardless of how difficult the shot is. He'd like to run it out here, obviously. He doesn't want to get involved with anything with Carl.
No, he's going. This is now looking ominous, even Ominous. First day with the new teeth. Or lips.
So his fate's in his own hands here. Great chance this to get over the winning line. Well, he has finally gone for the time waste. The extension called and taking a bit of time about it.
Well, that's generally to make sure he gets plumb position. You don't want to be bridging over this ball. There's a little shake of the head there from Tom Cousins.
Using the full allocation of time again. Ooh, came very close to time fouling there, but I think he was just okay.
Yeah, I think he was.
So, just this pot effectively, he's going to have good position on the 8 ball if this goes in.
Super pot. And Cousins is heading to the final.
So, just this simple 8 ball for Tom Cousins. What a performance it's been from Carl Morris in this tournament. He's brought all the entertainment and he's brought some great quality stuff on the table as well. Let's throw it out to the arena to have a word with Stephen Jamieson.
Yeah, same again now. I know I missed a few, but yeah, okay.
Were you taking a little look at that match clock when you broke off there and just thought, oh, I don't fancy that?
I never do that. If I think I'm going to clear, I just try and clear. I don't try and focus on the match clock, but I did there just in case. But yeah, because I didn't want a 6 red, anything but a 6 red, but yeah.
And you're into the final Clash of the Titans and you know your opponent pretty well.
I do. He's my practice partner for the last year or so, so I'm sure we'll have a good battle out there now.
Looking forward to it. Let's hear it for your second Clash of the Titans finalist, Tom Cousins, everybody. That is our final then. It's Autopilot versus Top Cat, and it's coming up very, very shortly. Stay with us.